So we are here at Akihibara Electric Town, known as the Anime District. It is definitely one of the top picks whenever you have kids because they have a bunch of arcade machines, anime, animation, basically everything that will pretty much get the attention of a 3-year-old and a 1-year-old.
Got spicy rolls.
But first, we gotta eat a
mixed
little bit. So we
sushi.
got these from the Konbini.
And we got
And
more mixed sushi.
this one I can leave the audio to be normal, and you can hear them talking.
We got spicy cod roll mayonnaise and melon milk and stuff from this one. Nice.
No one should
Mm-hmm. Yeah, ready? Cheers. Here, show the camera. I got melon milk.
I got milk. I got strawberry milk.
Okay, is it good? You like it?
When you talk about Akihibara, there's a couple of things that come to mind: Maid cafes, anime, and claw machines, because arcades galore all over the place. So I'm just gonna go through and talk about it while the video plays. So the first thing is the Maid cafe, and of course there is no recording inside unless they tell you so or if you ask for permission. So now that that is out the way, the first thing that I want to talk about is the pricing. You have to pay like a sitting fee, and then you pay for a food for every person that goes in. But you can buy a drink if you want to do the absolute minimum. So the question goes, is it worth it? And of course, I only find it worth it if you have kids that you can entertain. You know, they've never seen it. It's not something that I would do consistently over and over and over again. It's kind of like a one and done. Japan has a bunch of cafes, but we decided on the Maid cafe just because it's a little bit easier and it's readily available. But there's all kinds of cafes all over the place in Japan. So we didn't get to hit any of them, the other ones, but you know, there's a Monster Cafe, there's actually a Muscle Girl bar that I think a lot of people know about. But overall, it's a place where they make money, and pretty much it's kind of like you paying for your entertainment. So this is a quick rundown. If you do a quick Google search, you can go on Reddit and see the girls' point of views. A lot of them do AMAs. I've also asked them questions, and long story short, they prefer customers with families. 2 reasons: we're willing to spend more for our kids' entertainment, and 2, we don't give off the creepy vibes. They do get creeped out by some of the customers, and it's usually the customers that have like the entire wear, show up every day, have pictures of all the girls, from what the girls have told me. And I've been to the Maid cafe twice. I've been once in my first time going to Japan, and then this time with my kids going to Japan because this is their first time. But like I said, I do try to study the language and communicate. It makes the trip way more fun when you can kind of, you know, talk in another language. So as far as that goes, it's definitely worth it if you have kids. That's the bottom line. But if you don't have kids and you're trying to penny pinch your trip, or you're trying to save money here and there to enjoy other things, definitely skip the Maid cafe. But overall, like I said, we have a great time. Get into it. They're gonna make you shoot hearts at your food and stuff. Like I said, enjoy it and try not to be weird about it, and just smile and have fun. And I swear to you, the Maid cafe is a blast, and it just depends on how you see it. So I don't think this is necessarily a hack, but it is good knowledge to know. If you ever try to get some of the figures, try to shop around Akihibara shops before you go play claw machine, because sometimes they have them for as cheap as like $10 per figure. So especially the ones that they're trying to get rid of, those are marked down heavily. So we're going to the claw machines, and I'm gonna tell you guys this: there's a whole bunch of claw machines all over the place. You can pick and choose. Don't get stuck on any of the machines. If you see a Squirtle here, more than likely all the other 6, 7, 8, 9 places are going to have that Squirtle as well. And you just got to choose the machine that is more likely to give you the dub. And like I said, some of the stores let me record, and then some of them didn't let me record. So Tidal is one of the main ones that did not let me record. So I had to take pictures of the winnings in the future videos. But they were very, tough about it. And like I said, I'm very respectful. So if they ask me, I'll stop. But overall, a lot of the claw machines are based on payout. The only ones that are legitimately easier to win is like the figures with the sticker on top of the circle, where you have to get the claw inside the circle and slowly pull it off. It took me about 5 to 6 tries when it's newly reset. A lot of the machines are set to pay out after 25 to 35 tries. So the claw machines that I look for are heavily stacked ones, especially with the 3-prong claw. With any claw machines, I try not to look for the ones where they have like a glass chute that's covered. So some of the machines, it's going to be open where you can kind of pull the prize off. But then there's some where they raise the glass higher, so it's harder to win. Like you have to pick it up and bring it over. And a lot of crane machines in Japan are set to pay out. So they'll grab the prize, lift it up, drop it as soon as it goes up. So it almost guarantees that you're not going to win anything. So that blue bear was a great example there. You notice how you can just drag it off and get lucky and then push it off. That's ideally what you want to play when it comes to the claw machines. Other than that, that's my best advice going forward. Also, if you're having trouble after a few tries, you can ask the workers to help you out. They're more than willing to help you out. But again, try to choose a machine where it's actually winnable as opposed to a set payout. And then finally, we're going to get to our final segment. Where do I buy anime figures and things of that nature? So, the one thing I like about Akihibara is you can walk around. There's stores literally everywhere. It's a nice walk. You can spend the whole day there. There's places where they have anime on discount. You just got to go look for it. So again, don't just go to the first store and then say, hey, I want this right away. Now, personally, my favorite store going to Akihibara is Ami. And because a lot of the new stuff, for some reason, they have it a lot cheaper than many of the other stores. So I prefer to go to Ami over the other ones. They also got cards as well. But again, you got to look for the specific ones. They have a lot of gambling. Where you pay 1,000 to 2,000 to 3,000 yen, and you have a chance at getting like a super rare card or Nintendo Switch. And the worst prizes is probably boxers or underwear that you can get from those machines. So I wouldn't play those machines. I wouldn't advise playing those machines. But I did play one for content in the future video. So I got to do the ratings, right? So ratings, fun factor, definitely a 10 out of 10. Crowded. It is definitely crowded wherever you go in Akihibara. It's a tourist spot, so it's no exception. We did go on a weekday, still busy. It was a rainy day, still busy. So regardless, it's going to be busy. Crowded factor, I'll probably give it a 5 out of 10. But again, the fun factor definitely beats that. Now, cost-wise, because the dollar is so strong against the yen at this time, which is June 21st, 2025, it was a lot cheaper to play, especially compared to round 1 in the States. I don't even want to start talking about round 1 in the States. But definitely way cheaper to play claw machines in Japan. So the affordability, definitely up there. And overall, like I said, I give Akihibara, even with the crowdedness, it is definitely a 10 out of 10 for kids. And as adults, you probably love it too. So, if you like shopping, claw machines, gotcha machines, anime, this is your definite one-stop shop. And this concludes the video. I hope you guys enjoyed the Akihibara video. Like, subscribe, comment. It does help me out. And like I said, all this is for my kids to watch in the future. And they could just think about all the things and see all the things that they did when they're growing up. And like I said, I hope to continue making videos every week. And eventually, I'm just going to make regular videos. And like I said, if you have any questions, let me know in the comments below. I can't wait to interact with some of you guys. I'll see you guys next time.
Yeah, show me. Oh, nice.